my gosh. What's happening? Hi everyone, happy Monday. Tonight is guided self-care. My name is Sophie. Again, I did stay in and stay busy last Wednesday, but I am the Youth and Young Adult Online Program Coordinator. And tonight I'm going to be working with you all on some self-care for the week. I know that self-care in this time is difficult. I know that things are a little complicated, and it feels kind of hard to take care of yourself even if you're home. It's still a little complicated, so I understand. So we're going to kind of work on something tonight that one of my professors this semester actually had us do. And at first I was like, oh, this is going to be so tedious, but it actually ended up being something really helpful for me. And it is called a self-care contract. So what it is it's a promise to yourself to take care of yourself. So we can make these whatever we want. For me, I decided that I was going to break it up into 3 different areas of my life. I was going to do a personal one, a professional one, and a fun one. So my personal ones were that I know that exercise makes me feel really good. So I was going to exercise at least 4 times a week for 30 minutes. I didn't determine what that exercise was. I just wanted to get my body moving. And then I was going to drink 2 hydro flasks of water. I carry my hydro flask almost everywhere, but I don't have it with me right now. But my goal was to do those. Professionally, I wanted to be working on my resume and networking, so my goals were to reach out to 1 person a week and offer to have coffee. Obviously, coronavirus threw a wrench in my plans, but I did some virtual coffees, which were really fun. And I actually got to still learn a lot about people, and then also working on my resume every week for about an hour, or applying to jobs or doing all those things, and those really helped me grow. And then my fun ones were that I wanted to learn how to do the worm, and I was unsuccessful in learning how to do the worm, unfortunately, but that's okay, I tried. So those were just fun things for me, and those were things that I knew I wanted to keep track of. And so the way I did that was I made a habit tracker. Since I graduated and I'm done with school, those things kind of changed a little bit. So I made a May habit tracker, and I'm going to be talking about it with you all, and just kind of making sure, learning how to keep us accountable and taking care of ourselves. So my habits for May are that I want to drink 2 hydro flasks every day. I want to do 30 minutes of exercise. Again, it doesn't matter what. It can be walking my dog. And then I also wanted to limit my social media exposure. For me personally, coronavirus has been really stressing me out. I'm sure a lot of us have felt very stressed out and overwhelmed with social media. So I wanted to track my social media time. Now, I have an iPhone, so it's easier for me to do it because it just sends me an alert every day of how many minutes I spent. So I based it on 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or 10 minutes. So I want to keep it at 10 minutes, and I have not been very successful. I also wanted to work on my sleeping patterns. I wake up really early, but it doesn't matter when I go to bed, I'm up very early. So I wanted to work on that and try to go to bed earlier, wake up earlier, or try to sleep in a little bit. And finally, I want to try to journal more. I'm going through a lot of transitions in my life right now. I just graduated grad school. I'm trying to just figure out like next steps for myself, and so I want to start journaling to remember these times, because lately I've been feeling like things really do work out for me, and so I want to remember these times when things may not feel as good. So this is what my habit tracker looks like. It's very cute. I look like a little kid that made it, but I don't care. I like it. There are ones online. I actually am going to be launching a little bit of a guided post for you all, based off what activities we've done throughout our online programming. If you're bored, if you want to go back and do something, I'm going to make a guide of everything we've done to keep all this together. And I'll link some online ones you can have. I also, for my project for school, I did it through Google Sheets, which was pretty easy, and I just filled in the bubbles. It was really, really fun. So you can see that I broke mine up. Oh, good. There we go. So it's based off of the habit right here. And then I have the days of the month, and then I decorated it all cute. And then I filled in the days. So if you look on my social media one, I have an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. I've been on social media way too much, so I want to limit that. And then here is my hours slept. So it's 8 hours or more, or less than 8 hours here. And then these are the days that I've journaled. Now, sometimes I know that making these can be a little stressful. You can feel really disappointed if you don't reach your goals or you don't do all these things. And it's really, really important to remember that that's okay. Self care is just making sure you're doing things for yourself. Obviously, I'm not going to change all these habits in one day. There's no way every day this month, all of a sudden, I'm going to be the person that this is. Because it's not that true. That's not how life works. I wish it was, but it's not. And making healthy habits in your life, whatever those look like for you, is a journey. Just like, when you get diagnosed with mental health condition, that's a journey to learn how to live your life that way. I mentioned last week I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, attention deficit disorder, and um, generalized anxiety disorder. So living with those things is hard, and it's an adjustment. And you're not just going to wake up one day and be like, okay, I can live my life like this. And so we all have different outlets and different ways we learn that. Some people it's through NAMI, which is great. For me, it's been NAMI, and it's been therapy, and it's been finding online support groups. So I highly recommend doing this activity. It's been really helpful for me, and I've really enjoyed doing it. But it's really also important to remember on your self care contract, when you're writing it, when you're saying, this month I'm dedicating these things to myself, make a clause in there for you to say, I promised myself that it's okay if I don't do all of this. It's okay if I am not drinking 2 hydro flasks a day and sleeping 8 hours and getting 30 minutes of exercise and never going on my phone and never being on social media. That's okay. And it's really important to remember that and tell yourself that over and over and over again, because I know that sometimes it can feel disappointing when you don't do everything you want to do, everything your goals are. Um, Another really great thing with it is not only tracking things that you're trying to like limit or watch, but also something trying new. So like I mentioned, I wanted to learn the worm. So I documented my attempts at the worm, and they're really embarrassing to the point that I like to embarrass myself normally, but I don't even want to show it because I'm so embarrassed. But it's funny, and it's a good thing to laugh about with myself. And that's the other thing is I deal with a lot of my trauma and stress by laughter. That's just who I am, and not everyone's like that. But it's something for me to look back on and be like, okay, I tried it and it didn't work out, but it's really funny and it's a funny memory, and it's something that I think about, and then I kind of put that with, okay, and who were the people in my life at the time, and why was I doing these things, and why was I trying to do the worm in my bedroom, and all these things. So really just trying to keep that in mind, and I know that it can be stressful, and I acknowledge that completely. Um, so it'd be really fun if everyone put in the comments after they watch this what's one habit they're going to be working on. Um, I'm with my family right now. I actually came to spend time with my family, so I'm really going to be really focused on limiting my social media exposure. Um, and also, the other thing that I did this semester that was really good is I tracked how long I was working on homework, because I wanted to see how much time I was spending. So this can even be really good now that we're in the summer if we're tracking things like how often did I read. I know that school's ending soon, and that's really exciting. Or if it's already ended, congrats. I know that this adjustment has been really complicated and really hard, and so I'm really, really proud of everyone for pushing through this and getting adjusted to these things. Um, so yeah, so that is our guide to self-care for the next 2 weeks. Please feel free to leave comments. I will be on my personal page commenting back to you guys. And then finally, just a couple things that we wanted to bring up. Our summit is this Saturday. I have the registration link in the, what is that called? in the description of the video. And I'm also going to, again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be posting a running document of all of the activities we've been working on. And I'd really love if everyone did them and commented, and I'll do it on a Google Doc so you can leave comments if you're comfortable saying, I did this week, or me and my family did this. And finally, if you're interested in hosting a guided self-care or a Sane and Stay Busy, which is going to be on Wednesday, feel free to leave a comment or email me. My email is sfontaine@namivirginia.org. I'll be giving that to you all as well. I would love to hear what ways you guys do self-care, what ways you guys are learning and growing as leaders. And thank you guys so much for participating today. I'm really excited to see if anybody has any habits that I might want to be working on. So have a great week, everyone. Bye.